And then you record? Nice.
Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a yoga workout for you guys. It'll be more like a hatha yoga, so a little bit of standing moves, strengthening moves, and stretching as well. So I hope you like it. We're going to start at the front of our mat in Tanasana, just placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Closing your eyes if you need it, drawing focus towards your center and your breasts. Taking a nice deep inhale and a big exhale. Soften the knees, relaxing the shoulders. Using that 3-part breath as you breathe in through the nose, raising the rib cage, belly and chest, and then big exhale as you completely empty your lungs. Feeling that chest draw in, that rib cage draw in, and that belly draw in. Taking a moment to check in with your body this morning, seeing how your body's feeling. Any areas of tension you might have, just be mindful as you move through the poses this morning. Take a moment to set intentions for your practice. Honoring your body and all that you do today. If you have your eyes closed, begin to open them, drawing focus back to the room. Releasing the arms down by your sides. Rolling the shoulders up and back. I want you to take a deep breath in, just as you sweep your arms up and down. Gently inhaling as you extend up, and exhaling as you release back down. Still inhaling and exhaling. Adding a little bit of small knee bend, so soften the knees as you inhale up and exhale back down. Keeping your core engaged, flat back as you come down and up. And one more time. As you reach up this time, interlace your hands, pressing towards the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. Hinging over to one side into a lateral side stretch. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, hinging back over to the other side. Continue to breathe in and out. Coming back up to center, releasing those arms. Inhaling up. Exhaling into forward fold as you dive down. You may be holding on to shins, ankles, or toes. Releasing any tension through the neck. You can shake your head yes, or shake your head no. Drawing the hands up onto your shins into half lift, slightly gazing forward. Crown of the head is lengthening away from your body. Continue to take nice deep breaths in and out. Soften the knees, sweeping your arms overhead on that inhale. Bringing the hands to heart center, sitting back into chair pose. Drawing the navel in towards the spine, softening the neck and the shoulders. Feeling grounding through the feet in this lower body strength pose. Inhaling back up, exhaling into that forward fold again. Soften the knees. Hands onto the shins into half lift, slightly gazing forward. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Gently releasing back towards the floor. Soften the knees as you sweep your arms up overhead. Bring your hands to heart center, coming down into chair pose again. Taking it to twisted chair. You're going to take your left knee, draw across the midline of your right leg. Holding that pose, you can turn and gaze behind, looking behind the head, or drawing your head straight down to center. Bringing your hands back to center, option to twist over to the other side. You don't have to add that twist, you can just stay in chair pose. Bringing the hands back towards the center, sweeping up over, inhale up. Exhaling into that forward fold. Holding for a couple breaths, deep inhales and exhales. Bending the knees, again, softening the knees as you inhale up, exhale to release. Standing into sun goddess pose. Spread the feet out nice and wide, extending the arms up, inhale, exhale. As you draw down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Make sure the knees are angling towards your toes. Inhale back up. Exhale, drawing down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, chest is lifted. Inhaling back up. Now we're going to draw down into sunflower pose. As you hinge forward a little bit with this one, imagine picking sunflowers off the floor and then gently throwing them into the air. Keeping a nice flat back position as you hinge down and extending up in towards the air. Maybe two more just like that. Drawing down, cores engaged, flat back. One more time. And then releasing the hands down by your side. Both toes facing to the front of the mat. Hand comes down on one knee as you shift your weight to the side into lateral side stretch. Keep one leg lengthened and the other leg bent. Keeping the back flat. You can keep your hands on your shins, or if you can reach the floor, allowing your back to stay in that neutral alignment, you can go down towards the floor. Standing back up, shifting over to the other side, bend the other knee. Lengthen and extend through the heel. Keeping the back neutral and the neck long. Pressing through that heel, coming back up. Inhaling up. Exhaling to straddle forward fold. Gently releasing down. Relax the neck. Feeling the length and the stretch to the back of the hamstrings. Soften the knees as you sweep your arms overhead. And exhale, bringing the arms to shoulder level. Rotate that front foot forward. You're going to bend that front knee coming into warrior two. Gaze is down that middle finger. Relaxing the shoulders. If you need to bring your hands onto your hips, you can. Otherwise, we're lengthening and extending. Feeling our inner thighs squeeze together. Feeling our breath and our strength in this stance. Going to reverse warrior. Back hand comes to the thigh. Front arm extends up, opening through the front of the body. Feeling that stretch in through the front of the body. Your gaze can be down towards the floor or up towards the hand. Or if you want to add a neck stretch, gazing back towards the heel. Drawing back down into warrior two. Not changing any position into our legs. Release the arms. Straighten that leg out. You're going to rotate that back foot forward, just like you did in that straddle forward fold. And then rotate the back foot now towards the back of the mat. Arms are extended out, and warrior two in the other direction. Drawing the back, arch and heel towards the front heel helps to create that pelvic lock for balance and stability. Think about squeezing those inner thighs together. And that front knee should track right towards that second or third toe. Deep inhale and exhale, gazing down that middle finger. Without changing position in our lower body, extending up into reverse warrior. We're reaching towards the ceiling and opening the front of our body. Breathing into the left side of the body. Coming back down into warrior two. Releasing those hands, rotating the feet back to the center, inhaling up, exhaling into straddle forward fold. This time, trying to walk our fingers back just a little bit further this time. Walking your hands back to the center, soften the knees as you inhale, sweep up. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. Stepping that back foot to the front. Now we're standing towards the front of our mat again, moving into our first sun salutation. I want you to take a deep breath in, exhaling into forward fold. Bring the hands onto the shins of the half, lift slightly gazing forward, crown of the head lengthening away from the body. Turning our hands down on the mat, step back into plank. You can lower down onto your knees if you want to, or stay up in plank. Lowering our body into chaturanga. We're going to do tricep push-up. So if you're on your toes, you're going to shift your weight forward just a little bit. If you're on your knees, just stay on your knees. Elbow by your rib cage as you lower down towards the mat. Exhaling to lift up into cobra. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Inhale to release back down. We're going to exhale, push up into downward facing dog. Two ways. You can go off of your knees and then push back, or you can just curl your toes under and press directly back into downward facing dog. Spreading your fingertips nice and wide, pushing that chest towards the thighs. You may need to bend your knees just a little bit to extend and lift through the hips. We're going to walk our feet towards the front of our mat. Soften the knees as we sweep up and over. And then we'll release our hands down by our side. We're going to do that just a little bit quicker this time. Inhaling up, exhaling into forward fold. Hands on your shins into half, lift slightly gazing forward. Gently releasing back down, step back into plank. Lowering into chaturanga. Coming up this time into cobra or up dog. Up dog is where we take our thighs off the mat. Pushing back into downward facing dog, either coming from the knees or straight back. This time, option to pedal our heels. So get that calf stretch, pushing back, down towards the mat. Still breathing, nice deep breaths in and out. Walking our feet to the front of the mat. This time we're going to be sweeping our arms out as we sit back into chair pose. Drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Hands come to heart center, shifting into prayer lunge. I want you to weight shift your body towards your right leg. With your left leg, you're going to step back, tap, and then draw that foot back in. You're going to press back and tap, and then come back in. Good. Try not to shift the weight back towards the back heel, keeping that weight on that stationary leg. Weight shift over to the left side, stepping that right foot back this time, still hip width apart. Keep breathing in and out, nice full breaths. This time standing straight up. Sweep your arms to the small of your low back, chest expansion. Open up the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Lifting our heart towards the ceiling. One more deep breath in. And exhale to release it. Relax the arms down by the side. Sweeping your arms up. We're going to step back with your left leg, coming into crescent lunge. Crescent lunge is a strong stance. You want length through the back of the leg. The front knee is bent and soft. Arms can be extended overhead, or they can be out in front with shoulders relaxed, or even arms down by your side. Holding into crescent lunge, finding a focus point, and drawing our inner thighs together for balance and stability. Coming into warrior three from this position, we're going to bring that back foot in just a little bit, shifting our weight still on that right leg. Arms extended out to the side, keeping both pelvises, both hip bones facing towards the ground. And as I bring my left leg up as an option, my foot can stay grounded to the floor. As I hinge down, The back of my head is coming as my heel lifts. So keeping my spine neutral, hands can be out, heart center, or extended straight out in front of me. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Think about length through that stationary leg. As I feel grounded, I can press through my heel and the arches of my feet. And then gently release that back leg as I come up. And relax those legs. Stepping back into crescent lunge with the left foot forward. Right foot comes back, front knee is bent, leg is extended in the back leg, sweeping my arms overhead. Relax my shoulders, squeezing my inner thighs together, just holding in this strong stance. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Bring that back foot forward just a little bit. Arms extended out to the side, getting ready for warrior three. I'm going to shift my weight all to my right foot as my left foot comes up, or my toe can tap if I need to. As I hinge, think of a straight line from the back of my head down to my heel. Keeping my right and hip in alignment, arms can be out to the side, to the center, or extended out in front. Extending through my left leg, being grounded in through my foot. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then gently release that foot back up and shake those legs out. Coming into tree pose. Tree pose, you have a couple options with your feet position. You can have your toe engaged to the floor with the heel on that inner thigh. It can be drawn up to the calf muscle, or you can bring it all the way up towards the inner thigh, but just making sure you're not pressing on the knee joint. Hands start heart center. I want you to press the inner thigh of the stationary leg into the sole of the foot. Engaging the pelvic floor, drawing the navel in towards the spine, and finding the focus point. Just taking a few breaths in tree pose. In tree pose, you can also explore different options with your arms. Your arms can be like tree branches extended into the air. They can also be back behind you into prayer hands, or even reverse prayer hands, which you would be taking your hands either here or bringing them up behind your back. Feeling the strength and stability as you press that stationary foot down towards the floor. Feeling grounded like the root of a tree. And gently release. Over to the other side. Same options with the feet. You can have the heel down, the toe here, sliding the calf up, or bringing that foot towards the inner thigh of that leg. One side can feel different than the other. And you're lightly drawing the sole of the foot towards the inner thigh, drawing the pelvic floor in, core is engaged, and finding the focus point. Feel free to explore other options with your hands. If you don't want to go overhead, your elbows can be bent. And gently release down towards the floor. We're going to make our way down towards the floor. As we sweep up, coming into forward fold one last time. Taking a deep breath in, and then reaching back out, sweeping down towards the floor. Holding that stretch and pose. As you take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And then stepping back into plank one last time. Drawing the shoulders down, your core is engaged. Holding that plank pose, you can also go into modified plank. Couple more breaths, inhale and exhale. And then release the knees down, sitting back into child's pose. Relax the head and the neck. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Coming up onto all fours into spinal balance pose. You're going to extend out opposite arm, opposite leg, like you're shaking somebody's hand. Flexing that back toe, make sure the heel doesn't come higher than the hip. We're holding on that pose. If you feel tension through the wrist, just shift your weight back a little bit into your knee or walk your hand just a little bit forward, or you can even go on to a fist position. You're looking down towards the mat, keeping the cervical spine neutral. Gently release back down. Extending out the other arm and leg, making sure your hips are facing down, arms are extending out, and that you're looking down towards your mat. Take a couple breaths into this spinal balance pose. Deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep breath in, and gently release back down to the floor. Releasing the spine, sitting back into child's pose again, walking the arms forward. Releasing the ears in between the biceps and relaxing any tension through the back of the neck. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Coming up onto all fours, going into threading the needle. I want you to inhale one arm up as you open up and rotate the body, lifting the rib cage. And then exhale with palms facing up. You're going to slide that arm through the other one and then turn the side of your forehead to the side of the mat. Coming into threading the needle. Release the weight onto that shoulder. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale to lift up. Repeating that on the other side. Deep inhale, opening up through that rib cage. Exhale as you rotate, palms faced up, turn the side of your forehead onto the mat. Allow the weight of the body to deepen that stretch to the back of the arm. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Nice deep inhale and exhale. As you exhale, come back up to that neutral spine position. Sitting back into child's pose one more time. This time, if you haven't gone into extended child's pose, walk your fingertips out a little bit further into extended child's pose. If you want to change this a little bit, you can do wide angle child's pose and take your knees toward the side of the mat, opening up a little bit more through the inner thighs, through those abductor muscles. Relaxing the forehead to the floor if it reaches the floor. You can also stick a block under your forehead. Walking the hands back in. You're going to sit on your hip and swing your legs towards the front of the mat. Coming into wide angle boat pose. You're going to bring your feet towards the edges of the mat, keeping the sternum lifted, hinging back, flat back. Your feet can stay engaged to the floor, or you can grab onto the big toe. Modified option is hands under the thigh as you hinge back. Your feet can also come off the ground with the hands back behind. Otherwise, your hands are reaching your shins, ankles, or toes. You're sitting up nice and tall. Core is engaged, sternum is lifted, holding into wide ankle boat pose. And then sweeping your leg down into bound ankle pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands can be around your feet or your ankles. Stacking the shoulders over the hips. Nice deep inhale and deep exhale. One more time, deep breath in and exhale back out. Bringing the feet forward, extending them out. I want you to bend one knee in, bringing it towards the chest, hugging that knee. If your right knee is bent, you're going to take that left arm across, coming into a spinal twist. Right hand goes back behind you, and your chest is lifted as you turn and gaze back behind you. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And on that next exhale, switch back towards the center. Switching, bringing the left leg in towards the chest. Arm comes across the body with the left arm back. Think about length through the spine as you lift the crown of your forehead up towards the ceiling. Your gaze can be out towards the side or back behind. Feel the stretch through the spine, detoxifying the body. One more deep inhale. And big exhale as you rotate back towards the center, extending that other leg out in front, kind of shake those legs out. Coming into seated forward fold, inhale up, Exhale, hinging forward, reaching for shins, ankles, or toes. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Deep stretch through the back of the hamstrings. One more deep breath in. And big exhale out. You're gonna roll down onto your back, hands behind your thighs as you roll down. Bring the knees in towards the chest into double knee stretch. Just feeling that stretch through the spine. Rock side to side as you like, if that stretch feels better. Relaxing the neck and the back. Coming into single knee stretch, you're gonna bring your right knee in towards your right shoulder. With that left leg, I want you to extend it up and flex your toe. On the inhale, I want you to draw your leg down towards the floor. It can go halfway or close to the floor, but not touching the floor. Exhale, pull back to center. And then repeat that on the other side. You're gonna bend that left knee, hug the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Right leg extends, flex the toe. Inhale as you release the leg. Exhale as you draw back to the center. And then soften that knee. Pulling the right knee in, left leg inhale down, exhale to lift, and then switching over to the other side. We're stretching out our low back on one side as we're working our transverse abdominis on the other side. And one last time. Good, holding that double knee stretch again. And working through those hips, place the hands on the knees, and just making circles through the hip joint. And reverse going the other direction. Gently release your left foot to the floor, right ankle onto your left knee into piriformis stretch. You're either holding at the ankle or back behind the thigh. You can gently, if you want a deeper stretch, you can lift that left leg off the ground, pushing back into that right ankle. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders in this position. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Then the stretch through the glutes for the piriformis that runs right underneath the glutes, as well as a hip opener stretch. Option to rotate that ankle on that left foot in reverse direction. And then gently release to the other side. Left ankle to that right knee, bring that right leg up. You can hold at the ankle or back behind the thigh, and then rotate the right ankle. And reverse going in the other direction. Gently releasing that foot to the floor. Pull those both knees in towards the chest again. Deep inhales and exhales. Release the feet to the floor with the knees bent, arms out to the side, drawing down into spinal twist as you lay down, dropping the knees to one side, option to turn and gaze in the other direction. Feeling that length and opening through the side of the body. On the next exhale, drawing back towards the center, and then releasing the feet over to the other side. You can gaze towards the ceiling or turn and look in the opposite direction. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Bringing the knees back towards the center. Coming into happy baby pose, I want you to draw both knees up towards your chest. Slide your hands down your shins, ankles, or your toes. And then extend the soles of your feet towards the ceiling, bending the knees, drawing down, relaxing the lower back. You can hold in this stretch where you can rock side to side. Opening up through those inner thighs and the hips. And gently release the feet back to the floor. We're going to finish with just a few moments of breathing in Shavasana. You can keep your knees bent if you need more support on your lower back, and then bring the knees in towards the center. Or you can extend the legs out away from your body. Palms are open down by your side. Feel free to close your eyes, drawing focus to your center and towards your breasts. And I want you to get nice full breaths as you inhale and exhale. Having the inhale breaths just as long as the exhale breaths. So if you breathe in on a count of 4 or 5, exhale on a count of 4 or 5. With each exhale, feel your body releasing more and more into the floor. Make any small adjustments that you need to with your body. Feeling the support that the floor offers. Enjoying this moment of relaxation. Feeling your body be more and more supported by the floor as you relax with each breath. Drawing notice to how your body feels now than when it did at the beginning of class. If there's any areas of tension on the next exhale, I want you to send that breath down to that part of the body. On the next exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, awaken in your body, opening your eyes, drawing focus back to the present moment. If you have your legs extended, bend your knees. If you have your knees bent, then just roll over to one side into side lying pose. Take a couple last breaths here in side lying pose. And then taking that top hand, pushing off, coming into a seated position. You can have your legs extended or cross-legged, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Bring your hands to heart center. We're actually bringing them onto the knees. Just taking a moment of gratitude as you close class this morning or this evening, whenever you're taking it. So many things going on in the world at this moment. So just taking a moment of peace and thankfulness. Take a couple breaths as you sweep your arms overhead, bringing your hands to heart center. Nice deep breath in. And sealing in all that hard work as you bring your hands to heart center. Look forward to seeing you maybe in some of the virtual classes or following me in some of these recording options. All my best to you during this time. Namaste, everybody.